Good morning. We're going to keep going. Now we're going to do percentiles. And this one can be a tough one to understand. So this video is just going to focus on how to do these. So when you find percentiles in data, the first thing you want to do is you want to arrange that data from smallest to largest. You can do that on paper. You can do it in the calculator, however you want to do it. So when you're trying to find certain percentiles in data, like the 50th percentile or the 68th percentile, you use this formula. L equals P over 100 times N plus 1. P is the percentile that you're looking for, and N is the number of values in the data set. L only means the location of where the data value is in the data set, okay? It doesn't mean that's the actual number you're going to use. A lot of times people put that in and that's incorrect. So once you solve the equation and get L, if L is a whole number, you've got to go to where L is. Remember, L is the location. You go to the location and get the actual value, and then you get the actual value above it and find the average of the two. If L is not a whole number, you round up to the next highest whole number. Then when you go to that location, that is the actual value for that percentile. Let's do an example. So find the 28th percentile of the data set. So here's my data set. I have it in order from smallest to largest. If I count up how many data values I have 11. Even though 7 occurs twice, I have to count it independently. So then what I do is L equals P over 100 times N plus 1. I insert 28 for P, and then I insert 11 for N. And if I do the math, I get 3.36, which I'm going to round up to 4. These are different rules of rounding, so don't think of it in terms of like, well, wouldn't you round down? Percentiles are different. So you round up to 4. And so if I go in the actual data value and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, the number in the fourth place is 5. So 5 is the 28th percentile for this data set. And because this followed the second rule, because I got 3.36, I have to round to the next whole number. That's how you find percentiles in the data. The next one you have to look at is the procedure for computing the percentile given a data value. So here's the formula. So to get the percentile, I have to do X, which is the number of data values counting from the bottom of the data up to, but not including the data value which you want to find the percentile of. You're like, what does that mean? And I'll show you in a minute. So it's X plus 0.5, which is a standard, times Y. Y is the number of data values equal to the data value which you are given to find the percentile. Again, I'll show you that in a second. And N is the total number of data. Okay, so this is the formula, and then you round your results to the nearest number. Let's do an example. So I want to find what percentile 9 is in the data set. Here's my data set again. Okay, so X is the number of values below 9. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's where my 8 comes from. Plus 0.5, because that's a constant, times Y. How many times do you see 9 in this data set? You only see it once, so Y is 1. And then N is the number of data values in the data set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11. And then I times that by 100. So the answer is 77.27, and I'm going to round to 77 because the 0.27 doesn't round it up. So 9 is at the 77th percentile, and that's how you do them. The book has plenty of examples, so go and look through those, and that should help.